I have just finished Halloween Party by the Bay, Agatha Christie. Oh my god, this was good. So this is a murder mystery. I don't want to give too much away, no spoilers, but everything that I'm about to tell you happens in the first chapter. So I'm just going to pull you into the story. I want to entice you to read this because this was fabulous. So there's a Halloween party, it's a children's party. All the women are in the kitchen assembling everything for the party. And there's a crime writer there, Miss Oliver, who's kind of our main character. And she's talking about being a crime novelist and everyone's really fascinated by it. And then this girl called Joyce, who's 13, pipes up and says, I once witnessed a murder. And the sass, everyone's like, Joyce, you don't know what you're talking about. Like, they just shut her down straight away. And she's like, well, it was a few years ago. And when I saw the murder, I didn't realise what I was seeing. But now with older eyes, I realised that was a murder that I saw. And everyone's like, Joyce, don't be ridiculous. Someone's like, lies. And the sass, loving it. So everyone shuts down Joyce and we never find out what the murder was that she witnessed. Then, lo and behold, guess who ends up dead? It's only bloody Joyce, isn't it? Joyce is dead. So Miss Oliver phones her good friend, Poirot, who's this Belgian detective who lives in England, who is sassy as hell, stylish, absolutely adore him. He agrees to come to the village and try and solve the murder. Who killed Joyce? Did Joyce really see a murder? Was it someone who had committed the murder that Joyce had seen, who tried to shut Joyce up? Is that why she was murdered? What was the whole situation about? Oh my god, this was fabulous. I tabbed 2 bits because I loved the writing within it. Agatha Christie, she's great at writing stuff that you're not going to predict, murder mysteries, but also she's just so witty. So much energy, fun, beautiful writing, just stunning. The whole thing hilarious. So this is one of the funniest Agatha Christie's I've ever read. It was just hilarious from start to finish. It really was, like, laugh out loud funny. Miss Oliver, the character, is just, she's like quite a bombastic, loud woman, but also very snobby of other people, and she's very loutish, and oh, I loved her. Agatha Christie's characters are amazing. They're all very different and distinct. And then when you found out who the murderer was and the whole backstory to that, that was incredible. So Poirot's style is he normally doesn't ask the most obvious questions, so it's really a psychological profile on all the characters and you really get to know what gets them going, which I loved. There's a scene in it where he meets a man in a garden, he's in this gorgeous garden, and then this strange man, and they have this stilted conversation, and I thought that scene was absolutely gorgeous because you're so in the garden, because of her details and descriptions are just perfect. You are in that moment, you are transcended into it, and then there's this kind of like weirdo in the garden, and Poirot's a weirdo as well, so this odd, horrible, weird, stilted, oh my god, it was amazing. That was my favourite scene in the whole book. And I liked how Poirot was talking about he meets a man who's very beautiful, and he's like, we call men handsome or sexy, which I was like, Agatha, please, but we don't say they're beautiful. When you see a man that you think, oh, they're actually very beautiful, it's quite unnerving. Poirot's like, it's quite unnerving for a man to see a beautiful man, and all about that, and it's a bit like jealousy, and oh, I loved it. I thought this was such a good book. Also, that cover, okay, amazing, adored it. If you can get this, if you can read this, you should. It's a good time, and it's not just like read it around the Halloween season as some people might think, because the Halloween party is only in chapter 1 and then there's not really much mention of Halloween in it at all. It's just reference to the party, so don't be put off by that. Don't think it's a seasonal read. It's an all year round read and you're gonna love it.